Episode 34, The Geometry of Trust. Welcome, dear listener, to The Invisible Power. I am the Zen Master, and today we step into a quiet architecture, one not made of steel or stone, but of presence, consistency, and care. This episode is about trust. Not as a feeling, but as a structure. Not as a promise, but as a pattern. Because trust, like geometry, has shape. It has angles, edges, and foundations. And when built with intention, it becomes a space others can rest inside. The shape of trust. In Tai Chi, trust begins in the feet. You root down not to resist, but to receive. You trust the ground beneath you. You trust your own alignment. And from that trust, you extend outward, fluid, responsive, whole. In Yoga Nidra, trust is internal. You lie down and surrender, not to sleep, but to awareness. You trust that stillness will hold you. That silence will reveal what striving cannot. And in Qigong, trust is breath. Each inhale is a return. Each exhale, a release. You trust that the rhythm will carry you, even when the mind wants to grip. Laozi in the unforced flow of trust. Laozi, the sage of the Tao, reminds us. When the great Tao is forgotten, kindness and morality arise. When wisdom and intelligence are born, the great pretense begins. In other words, when we lose the natural flow of things, we begin to compensate with rules, with roles, with rigid systems. But trust, in the Taoist sense, is not manufactured. It is not a performance. It is not earned through effort, it is revealed through alignment. Laozi teaches us that the most trustworthy leaders are those who do not try to lead. They embody the Tao. They move with the current, not against it. They create space, not pressure. They are felt, not forced. So in your leadership, ask not, how do I get people to trust me? Ask instead, where am I resisting the flow? Where am I overcompensating? Where can I return to simplicity, to presence, to the uncarved block? Because when you are aligned with what is true, trust arises naturally. Like water finding its level. Like breath returning home. Trust in management and everyday leadership. If you're a manager, trust is not a perk, it's the foundation. It's what makes feedback land. It's what makes conflict safe. It's what makes creativity possible. And if you're not yet a manager, trust is how you begin to lead. You build it in the hallway, not the boardroom. In the way you follow through. In the way you hold confidentiality. In the way you say, I've got you, and mean it. Trust is not built in grand gestures. It's built in micro moments. In the geometry of attention, consistency, and care. The three lines of trust. Let's draw a triangle, simple, strong, stable. 3 lines. 3 practices. 1. Clarity, say what you mean. Mean what you say. Confucius said, if names are not correct, language is not in accordance with the truth of things. When your words match your actions, trust takes root. 2. Consistency, show up the same way, even when no one's watching. Rhythm builds reliability. Predictability builds peace. 3. Compassion, hold space for others to be human. Trust grows not when we're perfect, but when we're safe to be imperfect. This is the geometry of trust. Clarity. Consistency. Compassion. 3 lines. 1 shape. A space where people can breathe. A practice for the week. Here's something to try. Choose one relationship at work, at home, in community. Ask yourself, where is trust strong? Where is it fragile? Which line, clarity, consistency, or compassion, needs reinforcement? Then take one small action. A follow-up message. A boundary honored. A moment of listening without fixing. Trust doesn't need to be rebuilt all at once. It just needs to be tended like a garden, like breath, like form. Closing reflections plus teaser for episode 35. Trust is not a feeling. It's a form. It's the invisible power that holds teams together, even when things fall apart. Thank you for joining me in this quiet exploration. If this episode resonated, share it with someone who builds trust in quiet ways. Someone who knows that leadership is not just about direction, it's about foundation. And next time, in episode 35, we'll explore the art of Wu Wei. We'll ask, what does it mean to release without regret? How do we know when to stop holding on? And how can letting go become a form of leadership, not weakness, but wisdom? Until then, keep walking gently. Keep pushing wisely. And remember, trust, like the Tao, flows best when we stop trying to control it. This was The Invisible Power, episode 34. Be well.